everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my bedroom. Hi, hello, my name is hannahjojanes. If you haven't met me before, glad to see you here. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I had talked previously of my love of plants. Today we're going to be discussing some of my favourite easy plants. There will be space for a part 2 because I have many plants in my house that are all pretty easy, but today we're going to be talking about that. Before we get into that, I do want to let you know that Ana Luisa have an amazing sale on again. They're having 10% off on their website, and then any of the last chance deals are up to 60% off, which is incredible. I think they make beautiful presents. I'm going to show you some pieces that I got. First one I have to talk about is this beautiful ring. I really like simple gold jewellery. This is a favourite of mine. I got it in a size 9. I believe it's called the Cody. Really simple gold band with a little plate on top. Just super plain and simple. The next piece is the Alexa. This is the Alexa Sunshine. As you can see, that's why it's got a sun on it. In many of my TikToks and my videos, you'll always see me wearing some kind of disc style necklace on a chain. I just think it's super easy to kind of jazz up your outfit. I wear a lot of oversized things, leggings and a cool trainer because I like to be comfortable. I find that some simple gold jewellery is a really easy way to kind of jazz up any outfit. And the final piece are these beautiful double hoop earrings. They've got a little bit of sparkle in the first one and then just a plain gold hoop at the back. Super easy to style, they all work really nicely together. And Ana Luisa, as I've said many times before, is one of my favourite jewellery brands. It's my absolute go-to. So excited to have teamed up with them again, and thank you so much for the gifts. Super happy. They're water and carbon neutral. They send all their stuff in recycled packaging. They're really making an effort to make their jewellery making process earth friendly, and that's what we love to see. If you're looking for gifts or you're looking to spend some money on yourself, go check out the website. I will have a link down below for you and remind you at the end of the video. So I have a few plants to show you. I'm going to start off with probably the easiest one, I think. This is a snake plant. It is a specific type of snake plant, and I can't remember what this particular colouring and stuff is called because I do actually have a stripy one of these downstairs. It's a Sansiveria. Not only are they quite structured and beautiful looking, as I said, they come in lots of different colours, stripy ones, big ones. Obviously you can start off with a small one. I think there's actually like 3 separate plants in here, but these are the easiest of the easiest. They don't require major water. They're happy in low light situations as well if you do struggle to find good light for your plants. They add a little bit of structure and green to the room, and as I said, there's kind of something for everyone. And these are really hardy, so not only will they tolerate a low light situation, obviously if you can give them a little bit more than that, that's better. However, I have mine, and this whole house is pretty dark, to be honest. In the summertime it's much better, but in the winter especially I'm finding it's not getting a huge amount of light. It lives on that shelf above the bed, but it's very happy. It's a very happy plant. It's still giving me some new growth. You don't have to water them very often either. They're just a super low maintenance but beautiful plant. And of course you can always get a really lovely pot to put it in as well. The next one I have to show you is actually a type of Monstera. Now, if you are not familiar with Monstera deliciosa, that is the plant that most people probably will have seen. It's got kind of like a heart-shaped leaf. People have a lot of prints of them. They're a really fashionable thing to have like blown up as an art print, stickers, things like that. If you're into plants, you know what it is. If you're newer to plants, have a little Google, you'll see what I mean. They are everywhere. They're also really easy to look after and reasonably priced, and they can grow absolutely enormous. So if you're looking for something that's easy care, low maintenance and a bit of a statement piece, then you can get a really large one for not very much money. I actually have a massive Monstera deliciosa downstairs in my conservatory. This is also a Monstera, but it's slightly different. It doesn't have that more sort of heart-shaped leaf. This is actually a Monstera Adonsonii. Again, not super pricey, pretty much the same care as the Monstera deliciosa, and actually it has this beautiful kind of Swiss cheese style kind of leaf shape. It's got a longer leaf with all the holes in it. So this is also called monkey mask or Swiss cheese plant. Those are kind of the common names. doesn't require a huge amount of watering, will tolerate a lower light situation, although I do recommend giving it more for it to really thrive. And it's one of those plants that is absolutely beautiful, a little bit different, and I love how full it is. Now, although I do have a couple of snake plants and some more like pointier structured plants in my collection, I do generally have a bit of a type of plant. Like, I really do love a heart-shaped leaf, and I like pure green. I'm not that bothered about things that flower. I like flowers, but I prefer plants. So this is really lovely. I like the way it grows. I believe that these can be put on trellises and they'll grow up and stuff as well. You can put it on a moss pole when it gets to a certain size as well. It's just a really lovely bright green beautiful plant, and it's easy care. Again, I have this in a really nice textured pot. Give you a little close-up of the plant baby. Better to have them in a little bit of like brighter indirect sunlight, but actually it will tolerate a low light situation as well. Plants like these, you have a bit of leeway with them, and if you're new to something like that, a type of Monstera I would say would be a perfect choice if you're a beginner. The next one I have to show you is my big boy. He needs a bit of an extension on the moss pole. I don't even know if you can see all of him. This is actually my Philodendron silver sword, and it gets its name because it has this kind of silvery, glossy, slightly shiny leaf colour. So it is green, but it's kind of like a silvered green, if that makes sense. This was bought as a pretty sizable plant, I would say. I think I paid about £40 for it, but I have cut it back 3 or 4 times now, and I actually now have 4 baby silver sword plants absolutely thriving downstairs in what I would consider to be my plant room. There's loads of plants in the conservatory, and we were trying to make it really jungly. So I have lots of my cuttings that have grown into plants down there, and that's where all this one's babies are. You can probably see where I've chopped little bits, and there are some little nubbies going on. This plant needs cutting back really regularly. It goes absolutely crazy. I've had a super easy time with it. It's grown beautifully for me. I have it on a chest of drawers which is close to the window, so it gets quite a lot of sunlight in the summer, and I do make sure I turn it so the leaves don't burn and stuff, or move it back from the window a little bit if there is really strong sunlight in the summertime. But it's one of these plants that I have had a super easy time with. I think it's also a really beautiful kind of different colour. If you're looking for something that's still green but you want something a little bit more subtle, I feel like it almost like glistens, do you know what I mean? I just think they're absolutely gorgeous, and as I said, he's grown absolutely brilliantly for me. I've never had any trouble. The only trouble I have with it is that I have to trim it all the time because he's so happy. You can see we've got like new leaf coming through here. There's a new leaf. These are all fresh baby leaves as well. This is one of those plants that I feel like you water it about once a week. You put it in a spot that gets like indirect sunlight most of the year, and it's a happy boy. And it's one of the ones as well that I feel like they grow quite quickly, and when you buy something, especially if you're going to spend over like £30 on a plant, I know that might seem not a lot to some plant lovers, but if you're new, that's a big risk to take monetarily if you think that you might kill something. Bearing in mind these are probably a little bit more pricey than like a snake plant or a Monstera. They grow really quickly, so even if you get a small one, I found that they shoot up almost immediately, and you really get your money's worth, because I feel like you're putting in time and effort. You want to see things flourishing and growing, and this is one of my fastest growers, my happiest plants. And actually it's probably a little bit too happy because, you know, every few weeks or so I'm having to snip a bit off. So that is the Philodendron Silver Sword. It's absolutely beautiful. It's not quite as full looking as the Monstera I showed you because they are a little bit leggy. You see a lot of kind of stem everywhere. I'm hoping he'll sort of fill out here a little bit more, but absolutely gorgeous plant, and also super easy. I have a little bit more of a fancier plant for you guys now. This is one that I absolutely loved. I love the kind of velvet or suede textured leaf with the veining. This is my newest leaf. He's absolutely gorgeous. I've never seen anything so beautiful. This is an Anthurium Clarinervium. You see a lot of these kind of anthuriums are quite known for their heart-shaped leaf with all the veining. If you're really into your plants, you probably have something similar in your plant collection. This was my second anthurium. The other kind of anthurium actually does produce like a flower, and I have been gifted a couple of those, so they're actually stay in my bathroom because they do like a little bit of humidity. However, it looks nothing like this. Most of the other anthuriums that I've seen have this typical leaf veining and stuff, but they can be a little bit temperamental. However, if you're looking to get something that is in the Anthurium family and you do really want that kind of suede-y, beautiful leaf with the veining, and this is something that you're really looking at, I suggest the Anthurium Clarinervium. I think I paid about £30 or so for this, 35 maybe. Again, has done fantastically in my office room, which doesn't get fantastic light all year round. It is currently sitting on the windowsill. It has done super well for me, given that the Anthurium family can be a little bit tricky. I wouldn't say they're generally beginner plants. However, this one's absolutely thriving. It's even got another little shoot ready to go out, so I'm super happy, and I just cannot get over how beautiful this leaf is. Although I wouldn't say that Anthurium, generally speaking, are beginner friendly, this kind in particular I would say absolutely is. If this is something that you want to love and cherish, and you really want something with this beautiful kind of leaf pattern, then give the Clarinervium a go. I feel like I was warned that this could go wrong, and actually I've had the best time with it. I just, generally speaking, with all of my plants, unless I know they need a little bit more, I would just pop a finger in and see how moist the soil is. If the couple of inches on top are dry, then I will just give it a little top up, whether that just be like a shot glass or so full. And he seems to be very happy. So those are my current favourite easy plants for beginners. I hope you enjoyed this video. I suggest before picking a plant, especially if you're going to be spending a little bit of money on it, then you should go and do a little bit of research. There are loads of plant channels now available for you to go and do a little bit of research. They have whole lists of beginner friendly plants. And if you want to get into more rare kind of plants, then maybe that's also something for you to go and do. I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned a little something, and maybe found a plant that you might want to bring home. And now don't forget to go and check out the Ana Luisa sale. I will leave a link down below for you. I don't make any money from this, it's just so you guys can shop the products that I picked. I really do recommend them, which is why I continue to work with them. I absolutely adore the jewellery, and they are the pieces that you see me wearing all the time. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, lots of love. Bye!